Alright, good morning everybody. It is I, the Shadow of God. Thank you for joining me again on my quest to creating a reactive, proactive, kind of mid-range control type of deck in Grixis colors. And we've come a long way. It's working out pretty well. People are, picking up on it and are playing it. We've also been the first ones to play Nimbles in Modern and recognize their true power. I think I bought like 100 copies of Nimble Obstructionist for like 10 or 15 cents. Yeah, other than that, we're playing the basic list today because the other list still requires a lot of additional adaptations, and yeah, by playing this list I want to figure out, like, it's like a comparison. I want to figure out if you can really cut the J's, the logic knot, where we have our big weaknesses in this basic shell, because I think it's one logic knot, one J's, one nimble, and we've already gone there, but we need to support it differently in the other shell, although it worked out fine. But there's one piece is still missing, and I'm still trying to figure out which piece it is, and therefore we're just gonna go ahead here and play with our basic list, which is always the go-to list here. Also, shout out to Mr. Noneman. Thank you for your support, kind sir. Alright, I'm gonna keep. Strangely enough, I always feel better just having 2 copies of Painkiller. I knew it. Fucking knew it. Alright, so we're gonna have a hard time here. Definitely gonna have a hard time. But we're probably gonna grab at least one spell next turn with a Snapcaster Mage, and then we can follow it up with Painkiller and Lore. Yeah. He shot, and then just past the turn, gotta punish that. Alright, so we have a fetchland gone, we have this one gone. We'll only deal 2 damage to ourselves in the entirety of this game here. So of course we would like to get the Boros Charm out of his hand. On the other hand though, yeah, we definitely need to take the Searing Blaze. That's 9 damage, we have 5 wiggle room. It's gonna be rough one here. Opponent's drawn supremely well. Maybe we can raise him. Although the Lightning Helix is probably gonna prevent that unless we draw a Logic Knot. Also, we kind of have to hope that he's drawing creatures. Some point at least. This looks pretty grim. Alright, Lavamancer. Nah, he even has another. Oh my god. What a draw. Insane. Okay. That. This one. Tightness. This and this. I'm gonna cut one here, one there. At least that one here, 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 and here. 2 thought seizes. 1 serum visions. Okay, I think it's a keep. Yeah. Okay. So obviously, if dude, what's going on here? Okay, at least no Eidolon. That's something. Unreal. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I actually won't be stifling that fetch land, because that's already gone. So we now need to get our spell pierce to somewhat of a favorable position here. Okay. I actually don't think that Grim Lavamancer is a good pickup. So that's why I was not fetching here, because I was actually hoping to draw a brutality. and just discard them. Searing Blaze, Rift Bolt. Okay. So opponent's basically done already. Also he needs to keep that fetch up, giving us an opportunity to go snap Collective Brutality again. Stifle the thing. And then get rid of the other one as well, which will put us into quite a good spot here. Okay. Opponent just gave up. Okay, is there anything that we want to change? Don't actually believe so. So this time I actively want him to find lands. But we ain't getting any. Nice. From Lavamancer, well, without an additional source here, the man can't do anything. So we're gonna try to... come on! Does he want to give us the loot? Doesn't seem perfect. He's actually going after us. So at least he's choking a little bit on mana. Maybe we get a chance. By that. actually might. Okay, fetching doesn't sound like a great plan here. I'm gonna keep Nimble up, just in case he throws a fetch land. So the only one mana spell that he does have in his deck, for one, is the Lightning Bolt. Okay. Okay, don't know what that was. This dude, man. No fucking way. Okay, we can stifle that one. So, are we gonna risk it here? Probably shouldn't have flipped the Jays, otherwise. Okay, we would have just straight up died here. Alright, this is the deciding turn. Did him. Insane. Insane. Great game. So I'm gonna put both on top, quasi hiding the lightning bolt, although I can hardly imagine any deck that we wouldn't want to have it against. Alright, I actually like this better for us, because now we at least get a little bit of tempo. He can't play a 2-drop. If he has like multiple 2-drops, then we wouldn't have been able to do anything here. Oh yeah, now I remember. This dude's actually playing Shadow. That realization came just like a couple seconds too late. This is not a... Alright, so... He also had a Street Wraith, oh my goodness. Turn 2 Shadow and then a Street Wraith to back it up. Not bad. Okay. Of course. So, hoping for a land, are we? Nope, not a card that we can play. Also, wrong Lily. So, I would argue that he's probably not playing T-Mobile Rage. I know he's also playing red, but if so, and he's also playing lightning bolts. Let's have a look here. Spell Pierce coming in, Damnation's coming in. This is just insane. Right, don't want to have too many clunkers in my hand here. So in this matchup, what we have to do is we have to somehow reduce the amount of threats that he can play, because Death Shadow, Tarmogoyf, Grimflayer, Tazgur is already like 12 to 14 cards, and then he's also playing 4 Traverse, so basically 20 creatures, and that threat density is just something that's really hard to deal with if you have to have like basically a terminate for every threat. And here definitely a fail push would be somewhat beneficial, but still the amount is what does it here. Of course. So range of Eos. That's a 4-drop. That'll take a while. So we can either go after the Tamagoys, or we could go after Thoughtseize, having the added benefit that he won't get to the shadow anytime soon. But if Tarmogoyf drops, we probably have a problem. So this is 17, 15, 13. So with these cards he cannot play the shadow yet. And then we have Lightning Bolt. But he'll probably snatch all Lightning Bolt then. Yeah, I'm inclined to take the Tarmogoyfs. I think that's something that we, in the long run, cannot deal with. And him playing out Thoughtseizes will at least slow him down. And there's already a swamp. Yeah. So now he is left. Yep. Okay. 2 Lilianas of the Veil. Right. So if we can somehow get rid of the other's Death Shadow, then he's actually left with just a couple of threats. Also, range of Eos won't find anything anymore. Interesting. So he's gonna Thoughtseize us again. Don't think that I wanna like use the Lightning Bolt. He's not gonna Thoughtseize us. Interesting. Could be forcing us. We somehow need a... No, just the infraction here. We have double red, we potentially also have double blue, but we only have one more logic now. just passing the turn. Okay. Okay. I think I want to have both of these. I'm gonna play land here just so he can't spell Stubborn Denial. Oh no, it's Stubborn Denial. Just one mana, not two. Okay, 2 Death Shadows. Interesting. So this time I'm gonna take his Thoughtseize. In order to make our lightning bolts somewhat usable. By the way, great opponent. Really think he's a good player, and I don't say that about many people. Because then I put a lightning bolt on top. Did I? Oh no, I fetched in between. Right. Sure. Triple red. So opponents got 7 cards in hand. 4 of which you know about. Potential, probably no lands. No, he does have lands. But despite us having access to 2 Serum Visions, okay. The Leader of Last Hope. Sure. I'm not going to use the fields. I want to actually use it on a blue source or something like that. It does have Abrupt Decay, but that will probably bind a little bit of his mana. What happens if we go destroy this? He does probably have a basic forest as well, right? So if he's playing a Death Shadow here, which he's thankfully not, but it would get us into somewhat of a weird space there. Okay, so now I'm thinking, let me explain. So we're not going to do anything. We're going to wait for him to play one shadow. Okay, never mind. So he still doesn't want to go for it. That's weird sequencing. So let's see. If we lightning bolt the Death Shadow, it's gonna fetch and response. We can response go lightning bolt it again, kill it, then Snapcaster Mage, surgical. Snapcaster Mage is gonna get killed by Liliana. He won't have any threats anymore, but we somehow have to deal with that Liliana at some point, which might be not possible. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna fetch for a white source though, and if we kill that one with our Field of Ruin, then he won't be able to deploy his range of ears. Liliana will go down to a 4 something. Yeah, I think we're gonna deal with the Death Shadows here. Could of course also try to bolt him. But if he does have a Stubborn Denial, that's just not a plan. Then we're just gonna get caught by the other. Oh, Stubborn Denial, Snapcaster Mage. Ranger. This, on the other hand, is a little bad that he does have a Snapcaster Mage in hand as well. Yeah, now we need to just run ours into theirs and only have one turn. Never mind. So I think we're still gonna run out our Snapcaster Mage. Yeah. Okay. No blue, no white. Right. Black. Interesting. So, although it's pretty bad here to just run out a Snapcaster Mage to bull that Liliana and take her down a little bit, so Snapcaster Mage would be great, Jace would be great. Best card available, probably Coldham's Command here. We do have a couple of turns to find a solution to that Liliana. Come on. For him bringing back that Snapcaster Mage probably doesn't do anything. The only real problematic card here left is a Street Wraith. Okay, there's a Coldham's Command. So Stubborn Denial is basically useless at this point, so I'm gonna wait, because it doesn't change our club really. But I don't want him to know about what we're gonna do. Yeah, there comes Ranger of Ears. Who's not able to fetch anything. I think. So I'm still gonna play it really patiently and really cautiously, because I don't want to run out of Snapcaster Mage in that Liliana, and I would like to get Snapback with Kolaghan's Command. Alright, what a tough game. What a tough game. But also a pretty cool one. So, knowing what we know right now, probably gonna switch things up a little more. Surgical won us the game. I'm not gonna play Kalitas if he's having 2 Lilianas of the Veil. This one comes in again. I think he cut a little bit on failed pushes. If he did, then a 3rd copy of Jace is actually not bad. To be honest though, I think we can cut the counter spells completely. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like walking around with 3 mana average counter spells. So it's either the Nimble or we're gonna take in counter Squalls, which is a little easier to play against Liliana's. But I think it's Nimble. We're on the draw. Our hand's not getting any better if we just wait here or mulligan. Okay, he wants to have that card. Whichever it was. Sermon's pretty good, just to set us up. Okay, those are also pretty tight. Doesn't have a land yet. So no matter what happens in this game, I'm already gonna say it. It's really a great game. Like, we might be destroyed here, we might not be. Interesting that he's fetching for what he did fetch for. Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Okay, this time it worked out. Could of course get rid of blue for him again. I think that would actually be quite good. Because he doesn't have any way of getting another blue source here, apparently. Go. Sure. So obviously, I would like him to grab some creature with Liliana for us to just bolt her once instead of twice. But he's not gonna do that. I do respect that, gotta say. Okay, he's not even killing anything there. That's also interesting. I think, okay. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he has shock. Alright. Land. I think is what we want. Well, that's cool either. Cool games, guys. Cool games. Loving it. Alright, last game, and then I'm gonna take a break. No. Well, at least we get lands. So the play is take young Paramancer, make him not have a play up until turn 3, then stifle the fetch with Nimble. Stifle any fetch with Nimble. Yep. Jeskai. Super interesting. Decks we're playing against today. Really cool. So obviously I don't want shock here, because then he knows something's up. Yeah, we actually had to hope that he's going for it here, otherwise it would have been really awkward for us. To get in a situation where we would have to stifle this end of turn, then he goes his turn, fetches again, and just goes deploys the Mentor. Yeah. So this gun, so he still has in hand. P and K. And he does have remount, therefore I'm not gonna run out P and K here. No, just kidding. So basically anything plays here, I think, for us next turn. We either get a land and we can deploy P&K with backup, or we get a Snapcaster Mage proactively going after. No shit. I tapped wrong. Like the only combination of lands that I shouldn't have tapped. That was pretty bad. Hopefully not game-breakingly bad, but still pretty bad. I actually like this for us, that he's not waiting for the trigger there. Okay. Man, what's going on? Going for the wrong lands here. A singular monk, of course, isn't that threatening. We have a lot of protection afterwards, but that was still pretty horrendous of me. And he probably also has electrolytes. Oh, young peasy. So racing probably isn't an option, and we're gonna be slowly outground here. You know what? I'm gonna go and bounce straw here in the hopes of finding a lightning bolt. And this thing is also super annoying. So we're basically playing reverse shadow here. Like before, we played against a deck that was going super tight, like really condensed threats. Now we're going against a deck that is playing super wide. We should finally get rid of that young Pyromancer. So this was a huge victory actually for us. Well, never mind. Definitely bottom. This might go to the top. So since we can't predict how our blocks will turn out at any given point in time because of the prowess, I'm not even gonna try. Like, as long as we can, we're gonna be racing here. Apparently it doesn't really have anything to do in his hand. So whatever he does have in hand, it's definitely not a removal spell, otherwise he would have, or a path to exile, that might be possible. So prowess trigger results. Mental trigger though, probably not. Again, pretty happy again with that decision. The only problem is that we can't get back on life. 8 life is against such a deck pretty tough. So don't want to have this, I do want to have this, and I'm going to pass the turn. Okay. He's going to path his own mentor. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead, get rid of that monk. Not discard. Because I imagine that whatever he has there is an instant spell. Could also be a creature, of course, but then we can counter it with our logic knot. Hell no. So I'm gonna go top here, depending on what we draw with see with our Inquisition. Cryptic and 2 lands. That's actually good. But that will also mean that I'm gonna discard, that I'm gonna mill over the other Inquisition with Liliana. Okay, so he has absolutely no burn in hand, which is great. Casts not. Then in response we're gonna cast our Nimble Obstructionist. Put card on the bottom. Alright, so we're basically forcing him to use his Cryptic now, hoping that he doesn't have... Okay. So we're not forcing him, apparently. Jeez. We're sacrificing our Snapcaster Mage for the greater good here. Come on, man. So this list could also be running... No, it wouldn't. But it's pretty weird that he's going so top-hand heavy with Jaces and Cryptics and still is playing Pyromancers and Mantras. Usually you do not see that, but I guess it's alright. So he's down to 8, and therefore I'm going to use Snapcaster Mage here to Kolaghan's command. Bring back another Snapcaster Mage and deal 2 damage to him. Then he is on a bolt. Bolt, snap, bolt, clock, or bolt, nimble, bolt, bolt, Jace, bolt, whatever. Unless he has like 3 burn spells now, which is unlikely because we know he's at least having one more land. Okay. not the J's. So, do you have enough burn spells? J is certainly one of the worst plays here for us. What's happening? Okay, so no 3 burn spells, and the rest I don't care about. See you! It's not even wavering. Dissected. Alright, really a nice game again. So he's not playing any Blood Moons, and therefore we're gonna bring this one in. This one goes out, in. Nimble Obstructionist. I think I would rather have him play around it than actually having it. He's playing a lot of lands too, though. So we want to have a Damnation, and I think is it Steadycaster? Yeah. So on the side, I'm also building an Esper deck, but I'm not really like I want to have it function the way our Grixis deck does, because I just like to be flexible enough to switch between proactively and reactive positions. Oh my fucking goodness. Fuck. That's actually problematic. Well, I guess we're gonna start with a young Pyromancer. And then kill a young Pyromancer. And hopefully the turn after that one find something to kill a young Pyromancer. Or alternatively, Monstremancer. I mean, we have a lot of stuff. Okay, so he's going with Mantra Plan here. Oh no, he actually found 1 mana spell as well. Are you fucking with me? Again, only lands. That is good. Dispel, sure. No fucking way. So we're Jacing next turn. That is not good as well. Shit, we have a Snapcaster Mage on top. If he grabs that one, that would be horrible. But then we would also be able to kill... No, we wouldn't be able to kill him, but depending on whether or not we draw a lightning bolt, we would be. Now, what a fight here. Tightest would also be great, of course, once we get rid of this chase. So I actually don't think that he can beat. So obviously you put it to the bottom. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do this and this here. Have him stay in range. And get rid of that pesky mentor. Well, this doesn't really make difference now. So he doesn't have a removal in hand because he's scared of that creeping torpid killing his Jace. Therefore, I think I'm gonna attack with torpid and try to force the issue there. Cryptic is also good. Let's see. I think this time he's gonna go for the brainstorm, which admittedly doesn't. Okay. Don't understand this. Like, also why he's doing it, like, to us instead of himself. You do you, mate. Alright. So I think I'm gonna go Snapcaster Mage first here, so we have Cryptic up as a backup. And then, if our Snapcaster Mage through some miracle would go through, then we can still kill it. So by playing Mana Leak here, he either has another Mana Leak in hand, or none whatsoever. But I think I'm gonna pay here. Yes. But that was a really that was really rough. Alright, there we go. And he had put a card on top of his library. So he definitely needs to find a removal spell for our Creeping Tar Pits. Just a basic land. So he's Brainstorm locked. Let's see if he attacks with both here. No, he doesn't. I think we're gonna take it. Damn this shit. Let's see if he has two good cards. So counter and return. Counter and bounce. Shit. Then we're probably done. Eat the Snapcaster Mage, okay. Sorry for the background noise, guys. Mea culpa, as they say. Actually, in this case, mea non culpa. But... do 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 do. Oh, don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Maybe I like this. No, something like this. Yeah, no, we cannot keep this. Obviously, fuck. Shit. Alright, so this might already be game over. Like being on the play, not having access to anything basically, and then drawing a field ruin. Just... So I think a single toe just fell asleep. Yeah, we're so far behind. Like, he can set up his draws, we don't even have mana to play our stuff. But keeping 6 lands and a Kolgon's command, probably also not the spot you want to be in, so what are you gonna do? Is it Steadycaster? Well, we'll see. Probably diminishing returns due to the fact that he's playing so much removal. And if he's using the Desolate Lighthouse here, we definitely need to... Yeah, we definitely need to also go after it. Yeah, we could be running into Jace and the Dispel backup, but Desolate Lighthouse actually is close to unbeatable. in a control mirror. Okay, now we have 7. He might just be going for Snapcaster opt, but he isn't. So I'm gonna try to run out our Is It Steadycaster here. I don't actually care if he kills it or if he doesn't, or if he counters it. Or paths it, potentially. Just vote. Celestial Colonnade. Okay. So apparently he has all the counter magic of his deck in his hand. Of course, we're still super far behind, but at least we have 4 mana and 90% of which of the cards in our hand we can play. Okay, just going for lethal here. So Colonnade comes in. This spell we're fucked. But then, you know, we did everything we could. Okay. Alright. Pithing Needle. Interesting. So, Kalitas, it is up to you, mate, to stop the onslaught and get us back into the game. Okay, not a biggie. We have Jace to block. Just kidding. Alright. Snapcaster Mage. Counter and return permanent. Counter and return. I mean, we would not need to necessarily. Um, could of course also just bounce this, flip Jace, put it up here. No. I think we're gonna do this here. What did I do? Ah, I tapped for the wrong mana again. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, I did. So he's gonna lightning helix us to the face, I guess. Which is not a super great feeling. It's still somewhat alright, I guess. Rest in peace. Can that have been in there a little bit earlier? He's back to 20 life, by the way. I don't know how many burn spells he's left, but it's probably a lot. So we're gonna block here, here, and here. So lightning helix is gonna kill us anyway. So we can also just go for Liliana here and try to win with her, I guess. And then from here on out, we're just gonna be really defensive. Blue, red, electrolytes. Chase the Mind Sculptor. Okay. 3 more looks. Fuck you. Guys. Oh man. So the next 2 cards are no burn spells. I would assume, right? Because why would he otherwise have played this way? I think we have to take a risk here. Good. Good. I'm gonna actively dig for counter squalls now. No, don't care about that one. Actually, let's have a look first. Nation. Nope. Young Pyromancer. Also nothing we have to be scared about. I think we win here. Definitely win now. Man, what a league. What a league, guys. Great games. I'm gonna take a break and we'll be back with round number 4. See you then. Alright, we are back for round number 4. Up until now, it certainly was one of the most entertaining leagues to date. And we also finished all of our games up until now with the big W. Simon Gertzen rocking modern. Good when you have access to every card. Don't even know if they do, but I would guess. Alright, we're on the play here. Actually, I was kind of amazed that we pulled the last game off and still won that, despite being on a mulligan to 5 against such a deck. Celestial Colonnade. Alright. That's not good. But we'll see. Of course. So discarding Bolt here, probably not the way to go. Because of Jace and Teferi, and like current versions are running 2 Teferis and 3 Jaces, which is an absolutely insane number. So that's a Terminus on top. It might be. What is opponent trying to figure out here? So Fate of Ruin will kind of insulate us against Search for Skunta to a certain degree. we'll see how long that will last. What's going on here? Hello. Well, so blue-white control. Certainly want to have the fulminator mages. Alright. So another very bad thing here will be a detention sphere. We kind of need that Jace in order to maintain card parity with Search for Scanza. So I'm gonna be looking for a nimble whenever he's going to fetch here. Okay, he knows our deck list. Put a card on top, not fetching. He knows what's going on. Snap opts pretty early in the game. You might be looking, of course, for a removal spell for our Jace. Continues to not fetch. And bins all of his other fetches. So he's definitely playing around in nimble here. We're gonna take the 2 damage. Gonna kill that Snapcaster Mage by the end of turn. So if everything goes according to plan here, and obviously it doesn't, we're gonna get pathed. No, we're not. Interesting. So obviously we could tap out and attack with tar pit, especially since I think our opponent does have a Teferi in hand. What goes if we play Polluted Delta, Flashback, Lightning Bolts? So I think he's baiting us into attacking the Jace with tar pit here in order for him to deploy a Teferi. But since we don't have any disadvantage by it, I'm actually pretty okay with that. Like, he basically wasted a Jace now. The only thing that we haven't done here is deploying our Pain Kieran Lar. But that's okay. Just need to find a Colgun's command and then we'll get access to those. So if he's playing a Teferi, I think I'm going to deploy the Snapcaster Mage proactively here. Ghost Quarter. That's actually not too bad for him. Okay, that was an important turn. Good that we got through it. So obviously now he can also Ghost Quarter out Field of Ruin in order to force us to use the field, which is also pretty problematic. It'll only waste a single land. Kind of fine with that. Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about. Discording detention sphere. Alright guys, it's gonna be a rough ride here. Yeah, we're gonna save it up until end of turn for a potential Jace. Path Exile isn't too threatening, too frightening. Bit of ruin though. So I'm almost certain that our opponent does have access to one or more Supreme Verdicts, Terminus, stuff of that sort. Therefore, I'm not gonna run into a P and Kieran into it right now. So I would love to bounce our Creeping Top here, but I think we have to let it go. We're already running out of basics as well. opponents. Longing for an opt. Even more interesting. Oh, we actually get a pretty good win here. Spesner? Nope. Just the opt. I mean, this doesn't get us back into the game. Nothing we can do about it. What? Yeah, another counterspell here, and we had probably been done. This way, we have a slim chance, but it's not actually there. So we could stifle this with Nimble, but probably not worth it either. That's Terminus. At least we get something out of it. One card on top, one on the bottom. Teferi is really an annoying little shithole. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go bounce draw here. tension sphere. Cryptic, and we're probably done. Snapcaster Mage would be great though, but there's nothing. Okay. Gonna take the opportunity here for him being greedy. So one Snapcaster Mage is in exile. Another one is in exile, in addition to 2 Jaces. But I think, like, although our opponent has like an insane amount of card advantage generated already, path, Snapcaster, Jace. It's possible that he'll run out of cards before he wins. And yeah, I know about the Jace thing. That's probably Jace. Sure. Back to hand. So let's see. And that's the play he wanted to do last turn as well, when he went let's Field of Ruin, and then you know it. We're certainly not on par here in what we're doing, but this looks like, I don't want to say desperation, but you know, does Oust only hit target creature? Interesting. So he put a card on the bottom of our library. Apparently it doesn't have any other way of getting rid of all Liliana here. One terminus. What's that? That's nimble. Colligan's command Thoughtseize. Let's get a nimble back. Yep, that's why I didn't take PN Kieran. I wonder how much this dude has still left in his... Look at the top of our deck. Sure. Crop to the bottom. Feed. Yep. Alright, Liliana is not something we need. Pink Kieran is pretty okay. So what I want to do in the end is he's gonna mess around with our top deck anyway again. So we probably don't get to play Pink Kieran. But I honestly don't think that's relevant. I think we just try to stifle the ultimates of these two. Logic not, okay. Good to know about a card spell. Nine cards left in his deck. Looking at the top of his own deck. Eight cards. Okay. Crunch time. Actually, I'm not gonna play Pink Kieran Lara here. Yeah, he's not gonna search anymore. And he's got 7 turns left. So let's count it out here. He goes to 12, which is 2 turns, right? So 5 cards in deck, and then he will have to start putting his own Teferi on top. Okay, drawing cards. I don't know if there's anything left to fetch though for us as well. So this is 5. Jace still cannot ultimate. Let's see what he does. Put a card on the bottom. We're gonna fetch anyway. We also still have quite a bit of life. Fetching here, let's see. I also don't want to waste too much time, but I think there's, yeah, one more card that we should be able to find. Yep. So 4 cards left in the library. And he's cleaning up. Let's see what will get us here. 3 cards. And he's still drawing. 2 cards. And the Jace. 9 cards in hand. Not attacking. Not entirely sure what his game plan is here. Terminus. Okay. One card. So mates, now you have to act. Let's have a look what he's playing with here. I'm gonna fetch just to fuel our logic knot here, despite not being able to find anything. So this is 9, 10, 11, without counting it. G3. Now we know about at least one more logic knot. So I'm not gonna jumpstart this one. Okay, he's just going for a negate. I mean, he somehow has to kill us this next turn, right? I don't see how. 0 cards in the library. Oh, now he's putting a card back to the top. Okay. So that will restrict his mana at least a bit. So him having another one, but he'll only be able to attack with these 6 power, which means there's only going to be one counter spell coming our way. Okay. Alright, now I think there's only one chance left. Oh my fucking god. What a game. What a freaking game, guys. Absolutely insane. Pure insanity here. And this is game 1. Well, I think we did everything we could. These are all seconds that cost him. We almost got 5 minutes on him. Alright. So we lost game 1. And for games number 2 and maybe 3, probably not, but maybe, we're gonna dip this one out, this one in, this one out completely. Although he might be pretty aggressive with what he does, because he needs to. Definitely want to have that one. Counter Squall, Fulminator Mages. Alright, let's play. Keep. So turn 2, we're gonna give him an opening to play Search for Scanta. But we're gonna take the only proactive spell that he has. By the way, logic, well, he has logic knot, yes. So he does have another island, but I think I want to get rid of that one. And then I'll cast this one. And then protect it. Hopefully. So by making this play, I want to force him to use his mana instead of going for Fear of Ruin and then setting up Dispel and Cryptic Command, because that way he might be able to get us. See what he has. Oh, Lyra. Well, definitely gonna take her. Good that we did that. So this would have been an easy win this way or that way. Don't know what he's planning on doing here. Right. What did he discard? Mana Leak. Damn it. Dum 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 dum. Crazy. So this would have been an easy win, and then for game number 3, we would have brought in Terminates again, especially after knowing that he's bringing in Lyra. And yeah, I mean, nothing to say about it. Uh-oh, still rolling. Are you guys as excited as I am? What a great league. What a great league. Terminus, by the way, is really a pain in the ass. Like, despite us being somewhere between mid-range and control, Terminus is a clean answer to Pionkeer and Lar really diminishes her capabilities in the control matchup. What's this? Okay. I think we're gonna keep, and since we have such a slow hand, our opponent wanted us to concede, so he gets a 5-0. I actually want to. Alright guys, we're in it. We're playing blue-eye control again. No! Alright, we're gonna take Incesh revisions here. Although we could have also just gone after the Sarah visions, I guess. But you know what? We're gonna be extreme. He only has 2 lands, so I'm gonna counter his Sarah visions here. Perfect. Okay, colonnades. It does have a path to exile. So this gone, this gone. I'm already like playing under the clock again, just out of habit. But he doesn't have anything going on other than that. So we're just gonna play it out. So I guess we will have to try and use his mana on his turn here. Just deploy Pinkern. So if he remounts our Cryptic, that's not too bad. Then we'll get Pinkern down. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we need both of these. Jace, Detention Sphere, Mana Leak, Logic Knot. So definitely gonna go after the Logic Knot for now. He's got to make the first move here. A click. Cool. So I'm gonna bolt her, obviously. And he can either take our Snapcaster Mage or our Cryptic. But we should still be able to get rid of that Jace here. So Ramon's gone, this one's still there. What did you go for? What do we just have in hand? Pinkern? Why am I not missing anything? No clue. Okay. Yep, this is Jace. Setting us up his own draw. So I think I want to force him to Yep, use his monolith here. Ah, he took our nimble. Just a second, guys. Yep. Ja?
Ich wollte dir nochmal richtig Hallo sagen.
Ich komme gleich.
Ja, ja.
So as long as that Jace isn't providing any card advantage, it's also not too bad, right? Setting up his own steps there again. Timely reinforcements, okay. Actually not too unhappy about this. I mean, timelies are somewhat pain in the ass, but so let's see. As far as we know, he still has at least one path in hand and a detention sphere. No, we can't actually use that one. Right. So obviously yeah, I'm gonna counter did he have 3 paths or 2? Not actually sure. Counterbalance. We would really like to get access to our Liliana. So now I hope we do have an opening here. Of course he set up his draws pretty neatly, but if we now go return Snapcaster Mage and that one, suck. Does he have a negate? Damn this shit. Also, damn these little fucks. Tension Sphere, unknown card. So if he has another cryptic command in hand, then of course, in addition to that Tension Sphere that we know about, then of course that would be just horrible. But I mean, we've already churned through so much. Well, at least he's thinking about it. So even if this is a bluff, in Barcelona I played against Martin Dang on blue-white control. In round number 13, I believe. I'm Pro Tour winner, and were rather cool games as well. One to 0. Okay, I'm not sure what's taking so long here now, the whole time. Okay. We have a cryptic coming up. Oh shit. We don't have a cryptic coming up. Now I'm gonna put an upkeep stop here. It's gonna definitely bottom that card. Which means we are probably, so from a 3-turn clock I'm making this a 4-turn clock, and hopefully I mean, logic knot by itself, is that good enough? Looking at our deck, Tension Sphere, yeah, let's have a draw. And we can potentially, just potentially, after we kill that fucking Jace, which I can't believe we still haven't killed. Motherfucker. Serum Vision's Inquisition. Logic nodes, because we bring in new logic nodes. Yep, 4. Okay. So I mean, our opponents also got to run out of luck at some point. And we just need our fucking Liliana, like just the one that kills all these 1/1s and provides us with a lot of value. That'd be great. Alright. Okay, so Detention Sphere in hand now gets 1 additional card, probably also attacks with Colonnade, unless he does have Teferi. He probably does have another cryptic command as well. Alright, we got rid of the Jace. Pretty late, but hey. And that's the pity. Terminate's really bad in the beginning of the game, and then the ends you're really needed for those colonnades. Apparently we live for 1 more turn. Maybe 2, because we can block with Torpid as well. And the click. Yeah. So this is going to be counter turn that one. But since we already know our next card to draw, we're going to die the turn after that one. So it's kind of suboptimal. 2 cards on bottom. So we have to hope that it doesn't attack with that colonnade there. And I think the chances of that happening are close to 0. By the way, if we had our One Ring Stream roll earlier, then we could have killed the Jays way before what we actually did. Just with the one swoop attack. But this time we're gonna board differently. He knows about Peering Kieran and Laurie, therefore he can't take out all of his Terminates and all that kind of stuff. So last chance. He skips top combat. Come on. No. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take this in, this one, these, and another Last Hope instead of Veil. And then we're gonna cut. 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 Cut, 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 cut. Come on. No risk, no life. We're gonna win this, guys. We're gonna crumble to such a fucker. Keep. Going full land hate. Panzer. Grixis Panzer here. Yeah, that's my roommate, by the way, again. That you hear singing in the background. She's the best. Really such a funny. Garil. Alright. It's too early for that. Okay, so at least he doesn't have a logic knot. Therefore, he only has one counterspell that is applicable right now. And that one counterspell is Mana Leak. Of course, he could trick us, but why would he, right? Also remount, okay. So the reason I'm always going for the Lightning Bolt here before he does anything is because I want to have Lightning Bolt in our graveyard. and chest visions. So we got 4 turns to get to one of our nimbles. I guess. He knows about our counter squall. Would be weird if he was running a cryptic into our PN kernel. But also very much okay. Okay. 3 turns. Could set up a miracle here, of course. A miracle. Okay. So he's already proactively protecting So what I'm going to do is that, and that. Actually, no. This attacks you. This attacks you. This attacks you as well. Yep. That's the third option. Not letting that ancestral vision have an impact at all. We also still have the lightning bolt. And the nimble for that ancestral vision. Guys, we're having the best games ever. This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So he is probably gonna bring in those terminuses and stuff again. Termini. I'm actually not quite sure. The click is somewhat annoying, but at least gives us a target for a couple of our spells. Jace is always great. But he didn't board out the detention spheres, and therefore I think Liliana is actually not good enough. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick and be right back. From here, this hand looks quite okay. From the other side of the room, already looked fine. Quite a lot of lands. But this dude's got even less stuff to do, but probably drew into a search for Scanter here. Nope. So let's see. This one's gone. Okay. Is that a sideboard card? Might be. It's coming. What the fuck? So if we counterbounce here, oh, we can't let this resolve. Yes. Shit. Damn it, I shouldn't have put it on top. It's just gonna bottom it again. No, he's going for his own thing. Okay. And of course he has a ghost quarter, which is somewhat unfortunate. Now, of course, he also still has that spell queller. Okay. So he would have to have a dispel as well. Oh my god, he also does have a dispel. Yeah, then let's force the issue here. Insane. Insane. So we could of course let this resolve. We actually might. Could of course also bounce that Jace, but why would we? That's kind of safe where it is. So the reason I'm doing this way is because this way we do have both Cryptic Command up as well as PN Kirin activation. We could therefore if we bounce this, counter this, bounce this, yeah, then this gets counter this, bounce this, then we don't have that one anymore though. We can attack, that one goes. let's decide. Get our snap custom H through, but then probably lose everything else. Could also, of course, just bounce that one. So that took a little bit longer than it should have, but that's fine. Okay, so he's basically given up on that Jace. But found a Teferi. Is this a fucking joke, man? This is fucking insane. Oh. Okay. We need action. Can't really deal with all this. Great. So let's see. We're obviously gonna attack Jace for 3. Teferi for 2. And then draw step, return and discards Jace. That. Oh, this is insane. This is insane. Oh man. Oh man. Fuck. Should have done something there. Yeah, we're gonna time out here. And what the fuck? Alright. Sad that it's no 5-0, but still a fantastic league. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because it was really, really good. Apparently we do have a little bit of trouble with the current control or blue-white control iterations, and that's due to the fact that they are playing an insane amount of counter magic. All right. So that's that. Oh yeah, by the way, we got 4 additional boosters here that we can actually open up. Let's see what we got in there. Absolutely nothing. Yes. Right. And also, you know what? I'm feeling like opening a treasure as well. Vanzer. Cool. Not good, but cool. Alright, wasn't worth it. But anyhow, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and see you guys next time. If you would like to support the channel, you know, I'll put the link down below, and I greatly appreciate it. Everybody who's helping and keeping this running, and have a good day, guys.